Thanks, Jay. Good evening. Chuck is off. The battle against the bulge has now launched a war on salt. New York City's health department is challenging the nation's food makers to use less salt. So just how much are we eating? Paisley Chang did some investigating.
Experts say the average American eats twice as much salt as they should. That seemed like an awful lot of salt to us. So we asked a doctor about the sodium contents of common foods. You might be surprised by what we found out.
New York City has waged a new battle. This time, the enemy is salt. Health officials say too much sodium leads to high blood pressure, which could cause heart attacks and stroke. So the health department has issued guidelines for restaurants and food makers, recommending maximum amounts for salt.
The average amount of salt that people should have is between 1,500 milligrams and 2,300 milligrams.
We asked preventive cardiologist Dr. Merle Meyerson to help us break down the foods we eat to see how much salt we are actually consuming, starting with breakfast.
The egg and bacon sandwich would have about 850 to 900 milligrams of salt.
Another surprise is that soup that you sometimes have for lunch when you want to eat light.
Chicken noodle soup, for example, that 1 cup there has about 1,200 milligrams of salt.
Not even the grilled chicken panini or the salad with tuna and olives are entirely healthy. Each has about 900 milligrams of sodium each.
General Tso's chicken is something that's very popular, is very high in sodium content. So that would have about 700 to 800 milligrams of salt.
Mayor Bloomberg says the city has a responsibility to inform the public of health hazards, but pictures of the mayor eating unhealthy and salty foods have been popping up on blogs all day. He addressed this today, sort of.
I read labels for the calories more so than the sodium content, I will admit. Whether it's helped my waistline is debatable.
And unlike the trans fat ban or posting calorie information, the salt reduction guidelines are voluntary. These recommendations have been endorsed by 25 other city or state agencies and 17 national health organizations. Sue?
Well, if these guidelines are voluntary, what's going to make people follow them?
Yeah, that's a good concern. Health experts are concerned that without these penalties, restaurants and food manufacturers won't follow these guidelines. The city, though, thinks that by making the public conscious of the dangers of salt, like they have with smoking, with trans fats, then they can convince manufacturers, that manufacturers will be motivated to make those changes.
All right, Paisley, thank you.